Yo, what's happening, everybody? So I just got the Super 73 in, but my dumbass forgot to start the camera. I was gonna do a time lapse of me unboxing it. I messed up and I forgot to turn on the camera. Had it set up, but didn't press go. So there it is. Check it out. Here's the box that it came in. You cut the straps off, and then you pull out these white things out of there. There's a ton of videos already out there showing this little process. There it is. It comes out of here. Comes with these two boxes. There's another one under there. I haven't opened them up yet. And then you lay this down, and then you roll the bike out. Here it is, wrapped up in all its glory. So I'm about to set up the time lapse now, cut all this foam off, take all the plastic off, and then go through what the instructions tell me to do. So tomorrow, after the battery's charged, then I'll take it for its first ride, see what this thing really can do. Said everybody, so we about to get a shitload of orders done right now. But before we do that, I wanted to show you guys something. Question I get all the time is, how do I store transfers? How long do they store for? Is there an expiration date on them? First off, I don't know if there's an expiration date on them. I've pressed transfers that were years old and they still held up with no issues, but let me show you guys how I store mine. So when you get the big gang sheets, if it's like a 13 by 19 or 11 by 14, whatever it is, you cut all the stuff down. So let me show you guys, after I cut stuff down, this is usually how I store them if I'm using them actively. Like if I'm selling them all the time, I put them into little like trays, file cabinet style trays. Let me just show you. So here we go right here. I'll cut them down. These things are like 12.5 or 12.75 wide. I have a few of them. So all the ones that I currently use now that are, like I said, actively in use are here. Here's the other ones. And then these over here are the smaller chest hits and stuff like that. Some mask designs, stickers, all that kind of stuff is in there. But this is how I store them, and these things are cheap. I think you can find them on Target, or you can find them probably on Amazon. It's just a desktop filing cabinet or desktop filing shelf, and I think I got these from Target or Walmart, something like that, in the office section. That's all it is. Like I said, it's like 12.5 wide, or maybe 12.75 wide, because that's what these transfers are here, and they're pretty deep. Like this transfer right here is pretty long, hangs out just by like that much. So that's usually how I do all of my transfers. After I get them in the big sheet, cut them down, file them like this, because daily I'm pressing these same designs. So it's easier for me to just grab, boom, press, grab, boom, press. This is how I personally stock my transfer. Now, if I don't have them in those, then I'll have them in like these big envelopes, like 10 by 13 style envelopes. I don't have none around. I have them at the house. But if I'm not pressing certain designs like all the time, maybe if I'm just doing, you know, 2 or 3 a week or something like that, obviously I'm not going to be using them every single day, so they don't go in these shelves. I'll put them in those 10 by 13 envelopes after I cut them down, and then store them away. Same exact thing, some kind of filing cabinet you can find on like Office Depot, Target, Walmart, whatever it is. That's where you can find that kind of stuff. All right, hopefully that helps you guys out. I don't know what the actual shelf life is, but like I said, I've pressed transfers that were years old and had no issues with them. Yeah, so I'm guessing as long as there's not a lot of humidity in the air, they should be all right, just storing them in a shelf. This is how I've always done it at home and here, so not an issue. All right, hopefully that helps somebody out. Now, I know I might get some questions about this, so I wanted to do this. How many transfers does each little shelf hold? This right here is about 150. I think we only pressed maybe 10 of these, so there's 140 in here. So you could get close to 300 transfers in each shelf, and the bottom shelf is a little bit bigger, so you could get, I think this right here is almost 200 of these. So as you can see, it'll fit a lot, you know what I mean? So if you order 100 gang sheets or something like that, cut them all down, you'll fit them in here, not a problem. And while I'm down here, I wanted to show this. This is the Trip Light ISO bar. So this is what the presses are plugged into. People always ask about surge protectors, stuff like that, which ones I use. For my heat presses, this is the one I use, Trip Light ISO bar. They come in like 4, 6. This one's the one made for 6. There's one for 8. I think there's one a little bit bigger than that, but those things are cool. Never had any issues with that. I run them on all my presses at home, here, at my old spot, at the old shop. Everything, I've always ran the ISO bars. They've never done me wrong.